Every once in a while, something goes really, really well. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Boss. I am a Colorado certified gardener and a lover of all things spicy. One of the things you might have noticed if you've been watching my channel is that this year in 2025, the theme has really been interesting crosses. Pepper crosses, to be more specific. I am growing a ton of really unique, really early generation pepper crosses from some of my friends in the different pepper communities. One I am super duper excited about this year, Bleeding Rawit White crossed with Doe HIll. So Bleeding Rawit White is a really cool pepper that I've grown the last, I think 4, maybe 5 years. It's mostly ornamental, to be honest, because it doesn't taste very good. It is really neat though, in that it's got long, thin peppers that start white and ripen to red. They have a bleeding calyx. And so what you'll see is that the color from the pepper bleeds into the calyx, or the base of the stem there. And these were crossed with Doe HIll. I believe, again, I'm gonna say this, I believe Agus was the original creator of this cross. Bleeding Rawit White is something that tastes not great, but looks beautiful, so I grow it every year. Doe HIll is a very sweet orange bell pepper type pepper, and I'm hoping that this tastes great because it looks incredible. The calyx on this pepper has bled the yellow-orange color completely, all the way up into the stem in a lot of cases. That's super unique. I mean, look at this guy. The stem on this thing is almost entirely yellow. Whoa. Seriously, one of the coolest looking outcomes I could have hoped for growing this plant. Again, I didn't create the cross, but when I planted it, all I wanted was bright yellow bleeding calyx peppers. I got bright yellow, little spherical bleeding calyx peppers that bled so much, the stinking stem is yellow. That is awesome. Will they taste good? I don't know. The plant itself was pretty boring, honestly. Green leaves, nothing too special there, but the peppers grew upright, yellow, and bleeding. I'm gonna cut one of these open now, give it a taste, find out, is it really spicy? Does it have a good flavor? Is it going to be sweet like the Doe HIll? Is it going to be bitter like the Bleeding Rawit White? Only one way to know. All right, we're gonna do this one just because I love how much it bled into the stem. It's a little overripe, but one-handed chop. Oh yeah. All right. Like a lot of these smaller fruit peppers and ornamentals, that's just a ton of seeds right there. I don't care. Let's find out if it's delicious. Bleeding Rawit White crossed with Doe HIll. Are you delicious and not just pretty? Man, that's a lot of seeds. Hold on. It's spicy, but it's a slow build. That's a very unique flavor. It's a little tiny bit bitter, a little tiny bit sweet. That is almost a savory tasting pepper. I'm not kidding. Stem's pretty, doesn't mean I want to eat it. Heat level is pretty low, but it's a slow build. It almost burns a little bit more like a capsicum chinense. As I look at the calyx, it does have some annular constriction, but not severe and not even on every pepper. So I don't know. The flavor is super unique. It's not overpoweringly sweet. It's not overpoweringly bitter. There was a little bit of bitterness, but that might be because I just ate like 30 seeds, right? It tastes like corn. It really tastes like sweet corn. That's the flavor. I don't know how I feel about that. What a unique flavor. I won't lie and say it's fantastic, like not what I'm looking for necessarily in a pepper flavor. I would have preferred it to be a little bit sweeter maybe, a little bit more of the orange bell pepper Doe HIll flavor. But it's definitely not tasting bitter like a Bleeding Rawit White, so I'm good with that. I'll tell you one thing for absolute sure. This bag of overripe peppers that I have here, because I didn't see this plant for way too long, it was kind of hidden behind another. I'm saving seeds out of every stinking one of those. And then I'm gonna put the flesh into a dehydrator and put it in powder, but that's a cool flavor. I hope next year I get a similar result with the bleeding calyx, the upright growing yellow-orange pods, and I hope it has that unique flavor still. Very cool pepper. I'm glad I grew this, glad I tasted it. If you want to see me eat a bunch of other peppers, watch this playlist here. If you want to learn more about pepper myths, watch this video here. No matter what happens, please remember, plants help us grow.